Hello, everyone. Does everyone got their popcorn ready? Have you got your edible flowers handy? Have you got a jar of menstrual looking jam handy by your side? Because we are about to get into this mess. I know that Meghan Markle wants some attention on her jam and stuff. And, I was going to talk about that until I saw something that just annoyed me, got under my skin. And you know what? I was like, we should talk about Harry and what's going on with Sentebale and keep talking about the updates. Because when you try and silence me, when I'm talking about what you are doing wrong, when I'm just mentioning how you are acting like a racist individual, well, then I like to go in 10 times harder on the facts. Hello, my darlings. It is so glad to, I am so glad to see you all here. I'm so glad you all can make it. To those that are watching this on the replay later, hello and welcome, and thank you for spending your time with me. Please make sure you hit that like button and say hello to the mods as you come into the very messy chat. So what we need to do, guys, is we need to keep pressure on this whole Sentebale and, as KDB mentioned, African parks also. I feel like one at a time, the dominoes and the chips are going to start falling. They're going to land where, well, let's just say Harry and Meghan Markle have met their match for sure. Now, the reason why I am annoyed is because the other day I did a live, which you guys were here, and it was basically about the nasty messages that were sent to Sentebale charity boss, Dr. Sophie Chandauka. And what absolutely annoyed me is that the video was okay. It was green. Monetization was fine. And then this morning, I see after 2 days, it's been swapped over to yellow. So it's limited in its views and its monetization. So they try and kill the video so it can't get out into the algorithm. So I thought, well, you know what? Two can play that dirty game. And if Harry is trying to silence me, then I'm just going to be even louder with my message. So here we are today. I was going to discuss something else, but no, this is all Harry's fault. Had he left me alone, then, well, we wouldn't be talking about this right now. But I think we should. John, thank you, darling, says, Molly, my dear, I took this ordinary chat and elevated it with this super. It's the most glamorous moment of my life. Oh, dear John, it is all of ours. So glamorous. It is all of our glamorous moments. Or my English is not very Englishing today. I don't know what's wrong with my English today, but it's not very Englishing today. Let me just, speaking on the topic of English, I've told you guys before that English is my third language. It's not my first. And so let me just be petty real for just a real second here. I just want to be petty because, even though the Sussex squad like to call me dumb and say that I'm stupid and all this kind of stuff, yes, English is my third language. Yes, sometimes my grammar isn't all there. Yes, I pronounce things improperly sometimes, but at least I know how to spell. Now, this is the second time I have pointed this out. The first time, as you guys saw, Meghan Markle got the spelling of official incorrect. And once again, I don't know, me and my ESL kind of ass, like, I picked up that she wrote hors d'oeuvres wrong. She wrote hors d'oeuvres wrong. It's spelled inappropriately. It's E and then U. But this is the woman who also claimed that she was fluent in French. And we all know that's not true at all. But yes, here is the second spelling mistake. And for my, I don't know, like I said, for my non-English speaking ass, considering I'm not English, but here we go. Like, how can I pick up on this? The thing that drives me nuts is that I pick up on spelling mistakes quite quickly because I used to be a spelling bee champion back in the day. But unlike some people, I don't harbor and tell stories that happened in my childhood when I was young. What are my first two languages? My first two languages are Serbian and Farsi, and then English is what I learned. So those are my three that I know, and slowly but surely I'm adding more to the repertoire. Hiya, Miss Mole. Have you seen the awful things the maggots are doing to our dearest Fiona? It is disgusting. Sending love from England. Yes, I saw that Fiona is having some issues, and my heart goes out to her, especially since she just lost her husband. And I hope that whatever issues is going on, that she gets it figured out and no harm comes to her. And that's all I can really say. Let's the history that I have with Miss Fiona. I'm being very, very diplomatic and very kind right now. So let me just leave it at that and just move on, because let me mention this, my darlings. Molly doesn't come out when I was 11. Yeah, I don't come and sit down here and say, when I was 11, I won a science, what was it, like a science fair. When I was 13, I won a spelling bee. But then again, my spelling from age 9 and like upwards was always good. For some odd reason, even though English was my third language, for some freakish reason, I was always like, oh, yeah, spelling was my thing always. Thank you, Katie. Let's stay on topic so we don't distract Mo. See, this is how like I always get distracted. And then later on people comment, why can't you stay on topic? But let's get to talking here because I've only got a short amount of time. So, Harry, this entire debacle that has engulfed Sentebale and Harry just tells me that Harry does not care about charity. Harry does not care about helping others. Harry does not want to help others. He only wants to help himself. He only wants to line his own pockets. And in my opinion, anyone that will use a charity to line their pockets is the absolute lowest of the low. You are worse than dirt. You are worse than scum. You are worse than the goo or amoebas or the plankton that amoebas eat. Oh, trust me, Dr. Sophie probably did save those nasty texts. Trust me, she probably saved everything. Now, let me say this, and this is what I will always stand behind Dr. Sophie, and let me tell you why. We have all seen and heard Harry's lies before. We all remember when the Queen, rest her soul, when the Queen was alive, Harry went and told the Queen, you guys will remember, for the Me You Can See, his sit down with Oprah. He went to the Queen and asked her for permission to sit down and do that interview. And he lied to her. And he said that it was about the veterans, it was about military. And the Queen thought that Harry wasn't being deceptive towards her. All of a sudden was like, okay, you can do that. Harry sits down with Oprah, and what was the Me You Can See about? It was all about Harry's genetic pain. He trashed the way that the Queen and Prince Philip probably did their parenting of Charles, which trickled down to how he was treated. Remember that? Harry also lied in the courts. We all remember in the email that Harry wrote to Jason Knopf where he said that how did he word it? He said that things must be done so it doesn't reflect back on Harry and Meghan, so nobody knows they were involved. Do you all remember that? Do you all remember? Harry has been a liar for a long time. Harry has had his ass covered for a long time. And now Harry has the nerve to say that the Sentebale chair, Dr. Sophie Chandauka, is telling blatant lies. I'm supposed to believe, I don't believe Harry. If Harry was to tell me that the sky was blue, I would go out and check because I don't believe him. Harry lied in the high courts and has never had any repercussions or anything for doing that. Could you imagine if one of us did that in a high court, lied to any court or any judge? We would be held in contempt of court. They would charge us a fine. Hell, if it depends on what side of the bed that judge woke up in the morning or if anyone pissed in their cornflakes. If they were in a bad mood, they could sentence you to whatever time in the slammer. It all depends. But Harry gets away with it all because he is the king's son. And now Harry is claiming that Dr. Chandauka is telling blatant lies about the charity. Yeah, okay, Harry. So Prince Harry today accused Sentebale's boss of telling blatant lies as Britain's charity watchdog launched an investigation into concerns about how the charity he set up in his mother's memory has been run. The Charity Commission has opened up a regulatory compliance case a week after Harry quit as patron and demanded the resignation of Dr. Sophie Chandauka. Now, remember, this all really kicked off after Dr. Sophie took over. She was voted into her position. The same trustees that have walked off are the same ones who voted her into her position. And now that she's done her audits and seen that there is some shady behavior going on, all of a sudden they're turning on her. And that leads me to believe that they are jealous of handling charity funds improperly. This is all just my opinion, but if you were being accused, or if you were being told that we want to change the charity and move it towards this way, why wouldn't you want it to help the individuals that you actually set out to help? This just tells me you had your hand in the cookie jar and you're upset now. You are definitely upset that you're not getting your way. And I stand with Dr. Chandauka because I want to show you guys what's been going on. I want to show you guys how the Sussex squad have been attacking Dr. Chandauka. So, but let me finish this statement that Harry has put out. It says the Duke of Sussex has spoken out about the bitter boardroom battle for control of the Sentebale that has engulfed him in scandal. He has said he believes that the truth about their deepening rift will be unveiled. Oh, I'm sure it will, Harry, and you will look like the fool that you are. The only thing that I'm wondering is if the palace right now is scrambling to maybe cover for Harry. If Dr. Chandauka all of a sudden goes quiet or recants her statements, which I don't think she will, you know that King Charles is in the background cleaning up his mess for him. That's just my opinion. So it says here that since his resignation, Dr. Chandauka has called the Sussex's brand toxic and accused Harry of harassment and bullying at scale, a claim that is denied. She also suggested Harry is playing the victim card and said, really, what Prince Harry wanted to do was eject me from the organization, and this went on for months. I have documentation. Meghan was also dragged into the rift and accused of gate crashing a polo event in aid of Sentebale with Serena Williams and a Netflix crew in tow in April 2020. Then there was an excruciating video showing her moving the Sentebale chief away from her husband at the trophy presentation. Now, this photo, look at this photo, and this photo alone is very telling that what kind of bitch Meghan Markle is. Because even though Meghan had, at this point, told Dr. Chandauka 6 times, you want to come stand over here? You want to come stand over here? You want to come stand over here? You know what I notice? Let me see if I can make this photo a lot bigger for you guys. Do you guys see what I see here? Let me see if I can make this bigger. No, I can't. Not now. Okay, do you see what I see here, my friends? Let me open this in a new tab. Let's do this. Let's do this instead. Hold on. Let me show you what I see. And you can tell who is the bitch in this situation, okay? So after Meghan Markle was a complete see you next Tuesday to Dr. Chandauka, you know what I observed? Meghan being a bitch to this woman still. Look at Dr. Chandauka's arm here. You see this? You see where my mouse is pointing to? You see that Dr. Chandauka's arm is around Meghan's waist. Okay, so they're posing like normal individuals. She is being friendly. She's being gracious. But look at Meghan's arm. Meghan's arm is behind her own back. She's not embracing Dr. Chandauka. Do you see how her shoulder is lined? you can see that she has her hand behind her own back. And I bet you she's probably not even trying to touch Dr. Chandauka's arm, because this is the bitch that Meghan Markle is. The woman that claims, I'm a hugger, but yet she won't put her arms around this Black woman. Why? Why? Is Meghan afraid of Black ladies? Is she afraid of strong, independent, well-educated, resilient Black women? This is who Meghan Markle is. Do you see this? Like, I'm not making things up. And I know the squatties will be like, oh, you're making a mountain out of a molehill, mole. No, look at Dr. Chandauka's arm around her waist. But here is Meghan's arm. Why wouldn't she put her arm around her? What's the problem? But she had no problems hugging all the men on the field. She had no problems running around and embracing all the men there. We remember that. It's almost like she was a cat in heat. She was running around and throwing her arms around every man she could see, and she couldn't keep her arms to herself. She couldn't even keep her legs closed the whole time. She was running around hugging men in front of their children, hugging Nacho, putting her hands all over him. That's who Meghan Markle is. We have seen many times that Meghan Markle is a misogynistic feminist. Steven says, Harry hasn't stolen money from the Sentebale charity. Harry has just used Sentebale to finance his lavish party lifestyle at polo matches and more. Steven, I'm going to say this because when I say that they are stealing from charities, if you are using a charity in any way to enrich yourself, in my opinion, you're stealing from them. I'm not gonna play semantics here with my words and be like, oh, okay, well, that's not what I mean. No, if you are using charity money to enrich yourself or anything else, you are embezzling money from the charity. You are taking money from the charity. You are stealing. Whichever way you want to cut it or word it or chop it up, you are using money that is not to be used for your purpose. It's supposed to be used for charity's purpose. Goodness. Thank you, Stephen. You know I love you. You know I love you, and I appreciate all the emails that you send me and all the information. I truly do appreciate the time you spend on sending those emails to me. I really do. It means a lot. And it's Jesus, I learned so much too from it. Jeebus. Harry is stealing money as he is using for travel expenses, private jets, expensive hotels, etc. Yeah. And as the patron, he's not supposed to be getting paid for any of this. Now, let me show you here. Let me show you examples of the Sussex squad bullying Dr. Chandauka. Here is one, for example, that I found from an individual called Substitute Scholar saying, Dr. Sophie Chandauka is a banker, a effing banker. Reminder, bankers are currently starving people to death. Dr. Sophie Chandauka is a social murderer. Isn't there a recession you can use to steal money from people? New job? Looks like Harry left before she got a reaction. They continue on by saying misogynoir. Yes, that's what it is. And not who Dr. Sophie Chandauka is trying to attack and accuse of misogynoir. Can't imagine playing defense for the royals and then trying to look like a victim. You are a banker. You steal money, bitch. Here's this one. Sophie Chandauka is a plant if I ever saw one, sent in to try and appropriate Meghan's status of misogynoir and being used to chase her and her husband from the UK. Of course she was trying to get paid. Bankers always need to get paid. The thing is, remember that the Sussex squad were also the ones who started the whole triple K Kate thing with Catherine. Doesn't this tell you exactly who the racists are here? Doesn't this tell you who are the true racists here? It's Harry and Meghan and the people that they surround themselves, their fan club. I wonder what Tracy Robinson, one of the individuals who received one of those ugly boxes of Meghan's jam, who is a black-skinned woman. I wonder what she thinks of Dr. Chandauka being bullied and spoken to in this manner by Harry and Meghan's fan club. And not even once. Harry and Meghan, who claim that they wanted to fight online social injustice and cyberbullying online, are not even saying anything at this moment when their own fans are bullying this woman. Like, look at this here. Rosie Valentin wrote, Miss Chandauka embezzled over $600,000 and is trying to divert attention from her misdeeds. So the moment this news broke, the Sussex squad have been given their talking points. If you go to Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, if you put into the search bar Dr. Sophie Chandauka and put money and hit search, you will see that the Sussex squad have gotten their talking points and they're all going around parroting the same thing, claiming that Dr. Chandauka stole money. Isn't it funny how anytime Harry and Meghan are accused of something because they're actually doing it, they try and deflect it onto other people by telling the truth? Maybe we'll find out that $600,000 got embezzled into one of Meghan Markle's many Delaware accounts. Who knows? At this point, we are very good at seeing Harry and Meghan's own Sussex squad throw Harry and Meghan under the bus. Because if it weren't for the video that the Sussex squad had shared of Meghan being a complete cow to Dr. Sophie Chandauka, then we wouldn't have known about it. So in a way, it's like this is their karma. Anytime they try and get ahead in life, their own fan base will out them. Their own ding-dong fan base would completely out them to be the ding-dongs that they are. No, Shouty Shola is, she's kind of stuck in a pickle because she doesn't know what to even say. Does she back up this dark-skinned woman who is as dark as her, or does she bat for a racist white prince? So she's pretty quiet right now. Thank you, Honesty and Truth, for the super sticker. Thank you. Let me show you another example of Harry and Meghan's Sussex squad just proving Dr. Chandauka right, that they are nothing but a bunch of degenerate individuals who have been harassing her, who have been threatening her. Here's another one called Misogynoir Slayer. If you bothered to even do the slightest bit of research, you know that Chandauka's the one misappropriating funds. Same thing happened to her own charity, to which she is still in the red. The $500K to employ family members is particularly sketchy, but carry on dog whistling. You know what's funny is that Dr. Sophie Chandauka's family was one of, I think she was the third largest donor for Sentebale. Dr. Sophie Chandauka, in all of her time of raising money for charity, has raised over $50 million herself for charity. How much have Harry and Meghan and their Archerwell scam fund, how much have they raised? Absolutely F all. Lisa Marie says, Shouty is too busy hawking Meghan's crappy jam and spread online dancing to her videos. Oh, her TikTok videos are so cringe. Absolutely cringe with her big head of ramen noodle looking hair on her head. Disgusting. Anyways, let me go on to the next one. I have another one from the Sussex squad. Richard Eden, who had highlighted the Financial Times report that had originally come out, and a Sussex squaddie writes underneath, Dr. Chandauka is a liar and a fraud. She misused and lavishly spent the charity money. Prince Harry should sue her. You notice how Harry and Meghan are the ones who are the ones lavishly spending charity money, and yet they're trying to now claim that it's this black woman that has done it? Everything they are doing is projecting onto this lady who is the one that actually wants Sentebale to succeed. The fact that she is standing, the fact that Dr. Sophie Chandauka is standing with her 2 feet and her chest out with her truth and what is going on, not her truth, the truth. She is speaking the truth, and she is standing 10 toes down in the truth and not running away from this battle. And you see how Harry has run away from it. And he said, oh, he'll come back once she resigns. Well, that makes you look very guilty. Why not? You're the patron. Why would you resign from a charity that you set up to honor your mother? Tells me your hands are in the cookie pot. Tells me that your wife is the problem. Because ever since this exploded, now Dr. Chandauka is getting harassed. She's getting doxxed. She's getting bullied by the Sussex squad, just to the point that she had to deactivate her social media account. And many of us who spoken on Harry and Meghan, that are critical on Harry and Meghan, we have received the same treatment. Anyone who has been critical and not kissed Harry and Meghan's flat pancake bottoms are getting harassed, doxxed, abused. I get it on the daily. You got to have a thick skin to be talking about this kind of stuff and not let their BS to affect you. That's what a bully does, right? That's what a bully does. They want to use other people and pile on you so that you feel weak. And I will never give in. I will always sit here and call out Meghan Markle and Prince Harry on their BS, on their nonsense. And let me just say that as long as Harry keeps on attacking my YouTube channel, tries to demonetize videos of me talking about Sentebale and the disgrace that he is and has become and has always been, I will still be here and still be talking about it. You don't scare me. You don't scare me. Clearly, we see who are the scaredy cats, and that's Harry and Meghan. We need people to speak the truth without sugarcoating it. And I feel like I don't sugarcoat it. Yes, my mouth gets me in trouble sometimes, but we need to stay on topic with Harry and Meghan. I haven't purchased anything from Meghan Markle's nonsense site. I refuse to. I think Lisa Smith says, I think Mole's YouTube live numbers are fixed. I know that my channel gets shadow banned and gets what is it? I know that like when I put into the search bar, it doesn't pop up anymore, that you really have to search on it, but it's all good. They won't keep me down. I just keep pushing ahead. I just keep pushing ahead. I just keep going and keep talking about the frauds that these two are. They claim to be humanitarians. They claim to want to fight online bullying and make the online space a more safer place, right? So why aren't they speaking up about their terrible cyber bullies, the Sussex squad? What about Scobie? What about Boozy? What about all those individuals that even attack the Wales children? Harry and Meghan's Sussex Squad fan base are some of the most degenerate, some of the most disgusting, some of the most foul, low IQ individuals ever. And I will constantly say that because that's what they are. It's the truth. B right here says, I have never given money to any channel, but if it helps to get this out, then I am happy to help. Thank you, my dear. That is very kind of you. I'm going to use that and get Monster a new squeaky toy. He'll enjoy that. And Monster is my dog, if you didn't know. Hello, everyone who is just joining. But yeah, I am going to continue talking about this. I know Meghan wants all the channels talking about her menstrual looking jam and her non-FDA, Health Canada, whatever approved products, but we are not going to talk about that. I may upload a quickie video making fun of it later, but no, we are going to stay on top of Sentebale. We also need African parks to be looked at and have, at this point, I'm saying any charity that Harry and Meghan have had their hands in should be audited. We need to take a look at the Invictus Games too. Maureen says, they all need to know that trying to silence Mole is an exercise in futility. Hey, if they couldn't destroy me when they demonetized my channel and I kept going then, I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere at all. I'm like a bad rash. I keep coming back. all those steroid creams and everything you apply to that rash is not going to go away, and I'm not going to go away. I'm going to stay on top of this. Yes, the law will get them, maybe, if Charles doesn't step in. Maybe if we stop talking about her, then she will go away. She won't, though. That's the thing. She won't. She won't go away. She's a narcissist. She'll keep flooding. The thing is that a lot of people say, "Oh, Mole, you should stop talking about Meghan Markle, then she'll go away." The thing is that Meghan will never go away. She's like a fly surrounding turds, right? She'll never go away because she wants the attention. And the thing is, Meghan will keep trying to rewrite history, rewrite narratives, put out fake stories. And I feel like it's up to individuals such as myself to not allow her to write the narratives, to rewrite history, to lie and bullshit. It's up to, I know sometimes I get it. Like, I get tired of talking about her, which is why I'm going to start throwing in like more gossip, like celebrity gossip. I want to discuss what's going on with Justin Bieber. I'm going to start adding more stuff into the channel. So it's going to be not just so much Royal and Meghan Markle, because she is, like Freya said, she's like herpes. She doesn't go away. It's like a outbreak every 28 days, more than that. I know that there's clotted cream, but I've never seen clotted jam. Girl, that jam looks disgusting. Like, it really reminds me of like third day menstrual cycle. It's disgusting. Ew, I'm grossing myself out now. Anyways, guys, you are like the sun, Molly. You shine on the darkness. We love you. No, I love you guys. I love you all so much. Like, seriously, you guys taking the time to be here and spend 32 minutes of your day with me and chit chat with me. Like, I appreciate it. You guys could be wherever you want. There's so many channels on this platform that you guys can pick and choose. And I'm ever so grateful that you guys have come to my channel and you guys hang out with me and listen to me. I always say that being on YouTube and having an audience to speak to is a privilege. And one should always be grateful of having the privilege to speak to others, because, you know, in some places they don't. And just always be grateful. Thank you, Marina. Marina says, sending hugs and Irish sunshine to all. Go Moly. Yay. Pamela, thank you, my dear. Thank you. You guys are all so sweet. This, you know what? Monster, you're sleeping beside me right now. Monster is passed out beside me, but I'm going to definitely go buy him a toy after all this is over. Kids Irrelevant, thank you, says, word on the street that H told Dr. S if the Charity Commission accepted her case, he would walk away since his interference in her case did not work. He and his trustee crew quit. Look, that just makes you look very, very sketchy, very, very shady, very like, yeah. Harry was trying to trademark the Sentebale name too. So that should tell you right there which way he was trying to take the charity. It was going to be a money-making machine for him to fund his lifestyle. That's it. That's what Harry and Meghan do. They use charities to line their own pockets under the BS guise of, we're charitable philanthropists, humanitarians, blah, blah, blah. No, they're not. Just a bunch of BS. Completely a bunch of BS. But at the end of the day, I am going to be a thorn in their side, and I am not going to let go of this entire Sentebale debacle until it gets figured out. If Dr. Sophie Chandauka releases the emails, I would love to see them. I would love to see the nastiness that Harry wrote to her. And I bet you that Harry probably didn't even write the emails. I personally think Meghan Markle told him what to write or wrote it using his device or his email and sent it off to her. That's what I believe. But they've met her match. They've definitely met their match. And the thing that I'm kind of disgusted is that you see royal reporters and the Royal Rota being against Dr. Sophie. And I'm just really side-eyeing a lot of individuals who are, you know, making Dr. Sophie out to be the the bad guy, when in reality, she's looking into the best interest of the charity. She is one person, the chair of the charity, who is not drawing a salary. She is not accepting any money. She is doing this because she wants to, because she believes in it. Whereas everyone else who has walked off has been padding their pockets, probably. Dr. Sophie said that there was a lady on the trustee committee that's been there for over 19 years. She said that's unheard of. You need to keep bringing in a different board of members, of trustees, so you can have fresh ideas so that you're not stuck in history. And that's what is going on. I'm proud of Dr. Sophie Chandauka. I'm glad that she's doing this. Kathy says, love your content, girl. Thanks, Kathy. Love you back. And Honesty and Truth says, has the Codswallop brand been confirmed? Raspberries all year round, her organic garden. Which factory are the jams being bottled? So many questions, so many untruths to come. Yep. There is a lot. There is a lot. Trust me. I did post on X the business that Megan is using to do the heavy work, but it's called Snow Commerce Inc. And they are the merchant of record for As Ever. And they are the ones who are doing the heavy lifting. And from what people have found out and what Grok has found out, they have said that Snow Commerce is a Cincinnati, Ohio-based company specializing in e-commerce solutions. They provide end-to-end services for online businesses, including market analysis, web design, development, and ongoing site management. They have around 96 to 110 employees and generate approximately 5.8 million to 15 million in annual revenue. Recently, Snow Commerce was acquired by Printful Inc. Look at this. Recently, Snow Commerce was acquired by Printful Inc., a global e-commerce company which may expand its capabilities. Posts on X suggest that they act as a fulfillment shipper for Megan, handling purchases rather than manufacturing, though some users note poor reviews and a possible link to a parent company in Lithuania. Yuck. Could you imagine? That's why, like, any jar of jam that we've seen, like these influencers that she sent it to, they only show the front of the sticker because there's no ingredients, there's nothing. So can you imagine what kind of nastiness is in that jam? No, thank you. I know. Funny that they call it Snow Commerce when in reality, Harry sure does love his snow, allegedly. Anyways, guys, I gotta get going, but I'm gonna run. Let's be honest. This is all just a scam. This is just like that whole ARO nonsense. I pity all the people who are dumb enough to give out their credit card information, their home information, their address, and everything, who have put all that stuff into Meghan Markle's website. Because let me tell you, if you all of a sudden your information gets doxed to the squatties, or the squatties suddenly get your information, your address, your credit card info, well, then that's on you, right? That's on you. I'm just saying. I would never give any credit card information or anything to a Meghan Markle site anywhere, like anytime, anywhere. That's crazy. That's wild. Never ever. But anyways, I'm going to get going, guys. I'm going to keep my nose on the button here when it comes to Sentebale and Dr. Sophie Chandauka. And if there are any updates, I will definitely come back and let you know. I know I keep saying I'm going to upload a quick, like, short video to put up for you guys, and then I end up playing with my little one or getting too tired, and then I'm just like, oh, I don't feel like it, but I'm going to try and do it today for sure. Anyways, guys, I'm going to get going. We definitely won't let Harry paint Dr. Sophie Chandauka as a racist, as a bully, as a terrible human being, when we know for a fact it is actually Harry and Meghan and the people that they surround themselves that are the real bullies here. Thanks, Christine. She says, no one says it like Mole says it. I hope your dentist appointment went well, Christine, but I'll text you in a bit. I got to run out and do some errands here. But guys, I'm going to get going. Love you all so much. Thank you so much for being here for the last 30, 40 minutes. Make sure you say thank you to the mods, and I will catch you in the next one. Take care, my darlings. Bye.